Hi guys, how you doing?
It's a beautiful day in a beautiful country.
But I've got to ask, did you put on the sun cream?
I did. I always do. I burn easily.
I usually stay in the shade, but I haven't. If I'm out in the sun, I will.
Okay.
Good, John. Good. Good, John. Good.
It's very important because if you don't, you know what happens? You get a sunburn and that can hurt really.
And it's no fun. Sunburns are no fun.
I know you've done many interviews about this theme, about this whole 20 years stuff, but I gotta ask, 20 years, congratulations.
Thank you.
Not many men make it. But in the last 20 years, since you were small, you grew up, you became older, I might say. What's like the most craziest thing that ever happened? Like, what is the most crazy thing that you could do in those 20 years? Is it like one specific thing, or is it like just the whole journey?
I think it's the whole journey, definitely, when you reflect back on it. But I think probably the biggest moment for us is when somebody actually believed in us. You know, there was one girl, Jen Hurst, who fought to, get a record company to come and look at us, and she believed in us for the first time. And I think that was, by leaps and beyond, that's the most important thing that's ever happened to us. Because without her and without that moment, we wouldn't be here today.
How things can change, little moments to make
just one person to believe in you sometimes.
Like, is there anything that after 20 years, like you've been everywhere, you've seen everything, are there still things which you can say, God, I've never seen that before?
I think every situation's different. For us, we played here twice. I think we've done this festival before. But it's the first time that we're actually headlining a night, so that's exciting and nerve-wracking and amazing as well. But there's also a lot of places in the earth that we want to go. Like, we haven't been to South America before. We haven't really spent any time in Southeast Asia, so to be able to go to those places keeps it new and fresh and exciting as well. So.
And what's like the craziest country you've ever been to?
Concert,
or just even
craziest country?
Yeah, country.
Moscow. Well, Russia and Moscow is an interesting place to play. Because the rules are a little bit different. But
what rules?
And it seemed like they squeeze way too many people into a club and everybody goes nuts. So that was a pretty crazy place. But it's just a weird experience in existence, because you never know, you could be anywhere and something weird can happen, or it's just kind of circumstance more than anything.
Did you learn some Russian when you were in Moscow?
Do
you start learning or try to learn the languages when you are in that specific country?
It's impossible.
But it would be nice just to know some.
I would love to learn
words.
how to speak every language, actually, but it becomes a bit of a daunting task. Yeah, Russian's hard. Yeah.
Well, it's a different alphabet as well. It's like Arabic or whatever.
Everything. Yeah.
I think I spent some time with some Russians once and I didn't understand a word at all, but it was cool.
Yeah.
So after 20 years, you're still feeling good. You never thought you would have done anything else?
Of course, yeah. I mean, when you're growing up, this whole this whole world seems like it's just a dream. It just seems like it's impossible to ever to get to. So I always thought I'd be working. I've worked every shitty job you can possibly imagine, and I just thought.
What was the most shittiest? If I gotta ask now, you said every shitty job.
Draining airplane toilets.